Hey, good morning. Friday morning, we have made it to the end of the week. And I think for me, it's been an absolutely massive last 5 weeks. For those of you who do know, some of you might not, but I am a partner in another business called She Flies. And I wanted to share today with you a bit of the story about She Flies and why your why is so important for not only building your business, but also building your team culture. 5 weeks ago, we were in a conference in Denver, USA, at a conference called Exponential, and met up with a lady there. Just got off a call with her this morning about building a great team culture and how you get diversity into your business. So for us at She Flies, with what we started off with was understanding our why. Now, if you haven't watched Simon Sinek and his why video, go and search him and watch it, because this here has fundamentally changed the way that we set up She Flies and how I've set up other businesses before this one. So Simon Sinek talks about your why and understanding your why first. After that, why becomes your how and then your what. And if you think of it like a circle with why in the middle, is that most businesses start from the outside. They start with understanding, well, what it is that we do, what is it that we sell, what is it that the service that we provide. And then they work in, well, how are we going to do this? But very few businesses actually understand their why. Now, if you start with your why, then you're more likely to connect with your customers, but not only customers, but also with your team that you're trying to build. Now, why is this? Well, the reason is that people buy on emotion. And then they justify on logic. And the why, well, that why is an emotional connection. That why is why people connect with you, because they say, hey, that there relates to me. It's about my values, it's about what I believe in. Now, people can't emotionally connect with you on the how and the what, because that's the logic part, and that's what has to come next in that conversation. So what we did with She Flies is we understood our why. We understood our purpose of why we exist. And our purpose is this. We exist because we want to increase the participation of women in the STEM workforce. And there's a very clear reason of why that is our purpose, and that there is because women are underrepresented in our STEM workforce. Currently 27% of women make up the STEM workforce, and there's no reason why that should be. It should be 50-50, right? There's nothing to do with skills around there with males and females. And greater than that is that if we have that 50-50 representation, then we're going to be using the full potential of our workforce, and we know that the workforce of 2030 is going to rely more and more on those STEM skills. So that there's a very clear purpose that we have with our business. And so then from that, people are able to relate to that. They can relate to our purpose, why we're doing what we're doing. So off the back of that, then we understood, well, so how are we going to do this? Well, we go out and we engage with girls predominantly in schools. And then what we do is the product that we sell. So by doing that first, then people can connect with us emotionally on our why. Now, this here isn't just about our customers. Our customers buy what we do first based on emotions, then they justify based on logic. But it's also about building a great team culture. And so a team culture is super important if you want to attract the right people and if you want to retain those people in your business. If you have a strong why, then you can start to create values around that as well. And our values are really, really important. And a lot of people do this poorly within organisations because they actually don't believe in them. You know, they think that, oh, it's like a strategic plan. I've got to have one, so I've got to put some values there, and oh, we're accountable, we focus on our customers, all of those sorts of things, we have respect. But if they don't relate back to your why, then you're not going to actually be able to really embed them into your business. So once we understood our why, then we're able to understand what our values were. And once you've got those values, then you can relate this back to your behaviours and the behaviours that you expect across all of your team. Once you have that, then you can really start to create that team culture within your organisation. And the other thing that I talk about a lot, and some of you have heard me talk about this, but it is our bar of awesomeness. And so your bar of awesomeness is a very real line in any organisation, and it's about, for us here, it is about team culture. It's about team recruitment. And so if you have this bar and you have your understanding of why you do what you do, you have an understanding of your values and your behaviours, then you've set that bar. And everything that you do for your team, for your customers, you have to do above that bar of awesomeness, above that line. And if you do that, then you raise your standards, you raise the expectation of everyone around you, and collectively as a team, you raise your bar of awesomeness. So to me, that is why your why is really important in your business, not only for selling more of your product or service and connecting with your customers from that emotional level, but also for developing that team culture and making sure that you can attract and retain the right people in your team. That there's what I'm passionate about, that there has been a journey over the last 5 weeks for me as we've continued to raise our bar of awesomeness within SheFlies. It's what I love doing with other businesses that I work with as a consultant as well. So have a great Saturday and Sunday and enjoy the time off, but encourage you to focus on your why and go and watch Simon Sinek as well.